your nose. Open your mouth and let it out. Add a little bit more movement. Inhale, lift through your chest, pull up, lift your chin up. Exhale, open your mouth. Start to get more round in your spine by tucking your chin to your chest and empty out. Inhale, fill up. Expand outwards. Get full. Exhale, empty out. As you draw in your belly button, in towards the center, pull everything in to empty out. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Take your time. If you need more than 6 seconds, go for 8, go for 10. Completely fill up. Exhale, empty out. Open your mouth. Get rid of everything you're holding on to. Inhale, as you use this breath to cleanse you, start to warm you up from the inside, fill up your lungs. Exhale, floor supporting you, releasing everything out. Push every single drop out. Inhale, more movement now. Start to pull forward through your chest as you lift up through your chin. Start to stretch, open up. Exhale, pull your belly button in, starting to get that rounding into your spine. Good. Turning into your shoulders. Inhale, pull forward, lift through your chest, lift through your chin. Exhale, round your spine as you empty out, pulling in through your shoulders, tuck in through your chin. Inhale, big breath. Little or no movement. It's up to you, just breathe. Exhale, empty out. Take your time, taking these last couple of breaths to do what you need to do to get yourself ready. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, empty out. Last breath, inhale. Exhale. Coming to neutral. Shift the weight forward, cat-cow. We're going to continue with the breath, this time working a little bit more into the spine, getting the articulation of your spine, into your hips, into the pelvis as you start to get more movement. Inhale, let your belly drop. Pull your chest forward, lift up through your chin. Arch the spine. Exhale, empty out, cow or cat as you push the floor away, round into your spine. Inhale, let your belly drop. Looking for an arch in your spine. Exhale, tilt in your pelvis. Belly pulling in. Inhale. Exhale. Again, the movement here is as much or as little as you want. You're still trying to warm up. Inhale. Take your time here. Pulling forward to really get some opening. Exhale, empty out. Opening every vertebrae as you push the floor away. Good. And release. Eye gaze forward, neutral spine. Pull in through your ribs, pull into the center line. Nice and steady. Push your palms flat into the floor. Extend your left leg behind you, right arm in front of you. Breathe in and out as you lengthen through your fingertips. Squeeze in towards the center. Release. Extend your right leg back, left arm forward. From your fingertips to your toe, you're stretching apart. Crown of your head pulling forward, in towards the center of the line you're pulling in as you're breathing in and out of your nose. Release. Right leg, left hand, or left leg, right hand, extend. Breathe. Maybe add a little squeezing in towards the center. Good. Hold. Release. Right leg, left hand, reach apart. Squeeze in towards the center. It's a nice contraction as you're pulling inwards. Extension of your fingertips through your toes. Breathing. Release. Curl your toes, lift your hips for downward facing dog. Another opportunity to just settle in, getting warm. As you bend your right knee, bend your left knee. Yeah. Maybe a little tighter this morning than the norm. Maybe not. Who knows? Who knows what we're feeling this morning? Just do what you had to do here to get really open into the backs of the hamstrings, releasing, maybe making your down dog a little bit longer, making it a little bit shorter, figuring out what's gonna work. We're not here for very long, but it's a really good stretch here. You could get in the backs of the hamstrings, even open up into the shoulders as you push the floor away. Good. Once you've found a little bit of release, find some stillness as you squeeze your inner thighs back. So you're pulling your inner thighs backwards, spiraling them backwards. The inner part and the outer part of your ankles pulling downwards towards the floor. Maybe a slight bend into your knees so that there's not so much pull into your hamstrings. Push your palms flat into the floor. Push your hips up towards the ceiling. Pull in towards the center, pulling in towards your ribs, even your shoulder blades pulling down and wrapping slightly inwards. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. In through your nose, out through your mouth. One more like that. In nose, out mouth. Look forward. Walk your feet forward, reach for your elbows, sway side to side. Let your head hang loose, don't hold any tension here. Long neck, long spine. Weight forward to get that extra stretch in the backs of the hamstrings, releasing. If you'd like this morning, release your hands, interlace your hands behind you, reach for your elbow or your hands and pull forward to open up a little more. The breath is always continuous. Never stop breathing. In and out of your nose. Release your hands to the floor. Right now, while you're face down forward, I want you to grab your block. Place it in between your inner thighs. So either whatever you're going to put in between your inner thighs. Adjust your feet accordingly. So you're face down. You can see a little bit where your knees or your ankles are lined up, maybe where your hips are. If you need to kind of come up halfway to see, you can do so. And then when you come up completely, I'll explain. Push your feet firmly into the floor and slowly roll up. Ooh, nice little pops there. All right, so turn and face the camera. If you notice here, we've got hips, knee, ankle lined up, everything in one line. What we don't want is that your feet are going wider and you're trying to squeeze in so it feels like your knee knocking inwards, or that your feet are too close in and then your knees and thighs are going outwards. Yeah, feels a little bit weird, is not comfortable for your body. So we want everything lined up, hips, knees, ankles with the block in between your inner thighs or whatever you're holding on to. Therefore, if it's a smaller size, wider size, and you're going to make those adjustments according to what is in between your inner thighs. We're just going to use a block as a little bit of support as you squeeze in to help wake up some of those inner thigh muscles. Squeeze in towards the center of your body. Pull in, take a deep breath, inhale, arms up over your head, palms together. Interlace, release, cross your thumbs. Stretch up out of your waist, bend your body right, push your hips to the left. Using the block, squeeze in towards the middle, stretch over towards the right, push your hips to the left. So you have something now as a resistance to squeeze in towards the center through your inner thighs. You're pulling in, stretch up, stretch to the right, push to the left, come down, push, push, Inhale, come up, stop in the middle. Push your feet into the floor, squeeze in towards your blocks, stretch up, bend left, hips right. Same thing here, pushing in opposite directions. Upper body to the left, hips to the right. Using your block as a center point to squeeze in towards the center of the body. Stretch up towards the ceiling. Push your upper body to the right, left. Push your hips towards the right. Come down, push. Come down, push. Inhale, come up, stop in the middle. Take a deep breath. Inhale, stretch up. Drop your head back as far as it goes. Back bend. Let your head just completely release here. Stretch your arms up towards the ceiling. Bring your arms back towards your ears. Biceps with your ears. Look for the wall behind you or look for whatever is behind you. Arms go back, hips forward, squeeze in, push forward. Lift through your chest, bring your arms back with your ears, go way back. Point your fingertips way back. Inhale, come up, stop in the middle. Suck your stomach in, slightly bend your knees. Place your hands on the floor, give a little bit of a shake. So this is great. You have the block, you're squeezing in, but you are getting that movement into your hips. So you can still bend your knees right, left with the block there. Getting movement and releasing. Holding the block, squeezing in towards the center, grab the backs of your calf muscles, slide your hands down, tips of your middle fingers sliding down towards the floor. All 5 fingers are squeezing in towards each other. Elbows stretch behind your legs. Let your head completely hang loose. Lift your hips up. Bring the weight forward into your toes. Squeeze your block in towards the center. Lift your hips. Stretch your spine down. Elbows adjust behind your legs a little bit further back to get more compression on the front side of your butt. Belly on your thighs. Chest on the knees, towards the knees. Bring the weight forward. Squeeze your thighs in. Pull your thighs up. Lift your hips up. Try to lock your knees. Release. Arms and head together. Inhale. Come up. Arms down. Awkward. You're going to keep the block right in between your thighs here. Arms up parallel. 5 fingers together. Squeeze in towards the center. Suck your stomach in nice and tight. Sit down. Hips in the chair. 100% shift the weight back into your heels. Squeeze your block. Use that. Maybe adjust your feet if you realize that your feet are too far out. You can still do it while you're sitting in awkward. You don't have to stand up. Stay seated. Adjust a little bit into the feet. Bring your heels in slightly. Squeeze in towards your block. Pull your belly button in. Reach your fingertips forward. Sit your hips down. Go way back into your heels. Inhale, breathing, come up. Stand up on your toes, maximum. Stretch up towards the ceiling. Suck your stomach in. Hold nice and tight with your arms. 3, 2, 1. Sit down. Hips in the chair. On your toes. If your heels have gone down, come back up into your toes. High into your toes. Hips down. Starting to wake up those toes as you're squeezing in towards the center line, squeezing into your block, using that as your resistance. Sit your hips down. Lean your upper body back. Inhale, breathing, come up. Awesome. Arms up. If you need to remove the block, you are welcome to remove the block here for this one. Tendency is maybe sometimes for this one, you want to go a little bit wider depending on your knees, also because of the slight tilt that we do in this posture. For Thunderbolt, bring your arms up, palms facing in, stretch your fingertips apart, suck your stomach in, sit your hips down into the chair. And you can play around with it if you want to go wider in the legs. The block will obviously fall. It's removed already. If you want to stay with the block, then you still have the block there. Long spine. Pull your tailbone down. Reach your fingertips forward. They don't have to stay lined up, reaching up towards the ceiling. Pull your shoulders down, shoulder blades down. Good. Pull in towards the center line. Sit down. Chest up. Breathe. Inhale. Come up. Arms down by your side. Stand in the middle of your mat and your towel. Standing leg raise. Working on some balance. Shift the weight to your left leg. Lift your right leg up as high as you can get it. Grab it with your 10 fingers interlocked or just one hand. Holding your right foot, whichever works for you. Left hand to your hip. Take a breath, inhale. As you exhale, open up towards the right side. Stretch your spine up towards the ceiling. Breathe in and out of your nose. If you're looking at the camera, I'm going to show you another way that you could possibly do this. You could grab onto your big toe, extend your leg out, hand to big toe, open up towards the side, stretch your spine up, heel forward, toes in, breathe. Reach your left arm out towards the left, push your hips forward towards in front of you, eye gaze towards the left, work on a little bit of a different type of balance as you're switching your eye gaze to something that's not moving possibly. Come back through to center. Release your legs. So if your knee is bent, kick it forward, extend forward, bring your arms up, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, bow. Grab your right foot. Left arm stays up in front of you. Stretch your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Charge your body forward. Chest and abdomen down, parallel to the floor. If you needed to drop your leg, it's absolutely okay. Get right into bow. Bring your chest and abdomen down. Stretch forward through your right finger, through your left fingertips. Kick your right leg back and up towards the ceiling. Again, that eye focus. Balance, stretch, kick your leg, release. Inhale, breathing, come up. Arms over your head, palms together. I'm going to switch it up just a little bit. Bring your right arm underneath your left arm, cross your arms, twist your arms. Lift your elbows up, slightly pull your pinkies forward. Shift the weight into your left leg, point your right toes behind you, squeeze your thighs nice and tight. Pivot, bring your body down, chest and abdomen parallel to the floor. Point your right toes, squeeze in, pull your elbows, stretch apart, crown of your head through your heel or toes, whichever you have, squeeze in, release. Inhale, keep your arms, lift your right leg up and over your left leg as high as possible for eagle. Keep your eagle arms. Sit your hips down. Right leg over your left leg. Squeeze in. Twisting or not twisting behind your calf muscle, work on that. Squeeze your foot. Try to point your toes behind your left leg, left calf muscle. Breathe. Release. Inhale, arms up over your head, arms down by your side. Other side. Shift the weight. Lift your left leg up as high as you can get it. Hold on to your knee. Right hand to your hip. Again, you can have your 10 fingers interlaced if you need to grab. Right hand holds onto your hip. Grab your left foot, left toe. Extend your left leg out in front of you. Balance. Breathe, inhale. Exhale, open up towards the left. Squeeze through your right thigh, your right glute as you push your hips forward. Stretch your spine up towards the ceiling. Work on a little bit of balance. Extend your right arm out. Shift your eye gaze towards the right. Breathe. Come back through to center. Extend your leg out if it's not already. Bring your arms up, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both. Grab. Reach up, charge your body forward. Right arm stretch forward out of your body. Shoulder stretching forward, left shoulder stretching back. Two shoulders stretching apart. Kick up towards the ceiling. Focus your eye gaze forward, past your right fingertips. Stretch. Kick up. Release. Inhale, breathing, come up, arms up over your head. Bring your left arm underneath your right arm, cross and twist. Lift your elbows up, pull. Point your right toes behind you, balancing on your right foot, point your left toes behind you. Squeeze in, bring your chest and abdomen down parallel to the floor. So we just switched the arms for the balancing stick. Point your toes towards the back wall, good, or your heel. Squeeze in towards the center line. Elbows pull down. That'll pull your shoulders down. Good. Extend from the crown of your head. Breathe in. Stretch. Balance. As you release, come up, keep your arms, sit your hips down, left leg up over your right leg as high as possible for eagle. Twisting your legs. If you can, get your foot behind your calf muscle. If you can't, just work on that. The tighter you can get through the upper part of your thigh, the more twist you can get. Of course, it all depends on your body, depending on how tight you are, how your hips are, flexibility. That's why we're here, taking yoga. Help you out. Squeeze in. Breathe. And maybe one day you just don't have balance. And maybe someday you do. Just how life is. Breathe. Release. Arms up over your head, arms down by your side. Awesome. Grab that block, the book that you were using. If you were using a pillow or something that's not going to keep you steady, please don't grab it. Just do this on the floor. Mark, grab your block, place it in the middle of your mat. Face the camera. You may not be able to stand on that, so you're going to be standing on your block retreat. Yeah, so turn it around even the other way. Yep, and then face the camera. And then step your left foot on top of it. Sorry, I should be more direct with commands. I'm assuming that you know what we're doing. I apologize for that. Start to balance on your left foot. So whether you have the block or not, this can obviously be done at home, just standing on the floor. This alone, you're gonna get right into tree pose as you grab your foot. If you have your block, I'm just giving you a little extra something to work on. Our feet do a lot for us, and we tend to forget that they have a whole bunch of little muscles underneath there. So if you can balance on something, foam block or foam pad, something that creates a little bit of instability will wake up the bottom of those muscles to start making your feet much stronger. Maybe even a little bit of cramp. I don't know, it just depends. Good. Balance. Breathe. Just hold it for a couple of breaths. No right or wrong, and if you fall in, that's okay. Release. Right leg goes down, step off your block, step on the block with your right foot. Start to work your left leg up, holding onto your foot. If you are very new to some of this work, even just balancing and lifting the toes off the floor is great for you. You don't even need to lift the leg up any higher than one toe. Maybe one day then you can lift it all the way up and reach for your foot. But just here, a couple of seconds, lifting the toe up is already starting to work the bottom of your foot. The muscle starting to wake up into the quad, strengthening. Release. Step off whatever you're standing on, place it to the left side. Have a little sip of water if you have it available. Do you need your water? No? All right. Have your water, take your time. Come to the back of your mat or the left side of your mat, depending on how you're going to step at home. Arms over your head. Right foot step over, big step. Arms down. Turn your toes in. Suck your stomach in. Bend forward. Place your hands on the floor to start. Bring the weight forward into your toes. If you're ready, start to walk your hands out to reach for your big toes with your middle and your index finger. Keeping the weight forward, you're simply pulling your body down. Squeeze your thighs up. Elbows bent left to right. Body pulls down towards the floor. Backs of your legs stretch, working into your hips and eventually your entire spine. Pull, stretch, release. Turn your left, yes, are we in triangle? Yes, triangle. I did it a little bit wrong, but that is okay. Bend your right knee. Yep, lift your body up and your torso up. You have no idea what I just did. That is okay. Bend your right knee as much as possible. Sit down low, thigh parallel to the floor. Arms stretching apart. Inhale, move both arms. Triangle pose, look up. Stretch up and down. If you have a block and it's available, go ahead and, if it's there, don't shuffle around. Just reach up and down. Squeeze in towards the center. Push your left hip down. Push your right knee back. Stretch up. Breathe. Holding. Inhale, breathing, come up. Turn your right foot in. Turn your left foot out. Bend your left knee. Sit down for triangle on the left side. Bend your left knee. Thigh down parallel to the floor. Reach your arms apart. Stretch as you open up your chest. Inhale. Exhale, move both arms at the same time. Left elbow down towards your left knee. Right arm up, turn your head. Reach for the seating with your fingertips. Chin to your shoulders. Stretch your shoulders apart in opposite directions. Right hip down, left knee back. All at the same time, you're squeezing in towards the center as if the block was in the center of your thighs. Squeeze in. Reach up, twist back, push your right foot into the floor. Inhale, come up. I'm going to take you back down. Stay right there. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale, bend forward. Awesome. Turn all the way while you're on the floor. Turn your whole body towards the right side. Turn your right foot, turn your left foot in. Squeeze in towards the center. Maybe shorten your stance if you need to just a little bit. Place the block on the inside of your right foot. Left hand to the block, right hand to your lower back, palm facing down, elbow reaching up. Get long in your spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, start to twist right in the middle of your spine. Elbow reaching up towards the ceiling, eye gaze towards the back of you. Then if you can see up towards the ceiling, start to reach your right arm up, left arm up to shoulder stretch apart. Left arm reaching down, right arm reaching up as you're twisting into the middle of your spine. Squeeze in through the center line of your body into your hips and breathe. Release. Place the block in front of your right foot. Tuck your chin to your chest, standing separate leg, head to knee, forehead to your knee. You're already down and rounded, so tuck in a little bit more to get your forehead to touch your knee. Look up at your belly button. Either your hands are on the block or not. Suck your stomach in so tight you pull your belly button in and up. As you tuck your chin in, forehead touches your knee. Maybe slight bend in your knee. Push down if your fingertips are on the floor of the block. Push down. Get more round of your spine, forehead on your knee. Release. With the block in your hand, turn towards the center, turn all the way to the left. Turn your left foot, turn your right foot. Adjusting, back foot in 45 degrees, squeeze in towards the center line. Left hand to your lower back, palm facing down, right hand on your block. Inhale, lengthen from your spine. Exhale, twist into the middle of your spine. Breathe in and out of your nose. You can see up towards the ceiling, reach up towards the ceiling. Beautiful example here. Two shoulders stretch apart in opposite directions, they're lined up. Hips squeezing in towards the midline, so there's two hips in one line. The twist coming right from the middle of the spine. As you lengthen, twist, breathe, release. Place the block in front of your left foot. Tuck your chin to your chest, forehead to your knee. Belly button pulling in, nice and tight. Fingertips on the block or not. Bend your knee up as much as you need it. Stomach in. Belly button pulling in, threading all the way towards the back so you get that round into that lower part of your back. Stomach in. Breathe. Use the floor. Push up against floor block. Slide your forehead higher up on your thigh. Into your knee. Yep, forehead and knee touch. Release. Leave your block. Walk your hands to the center. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fall. I want you to just fall all the way down. Good. Get another little stretch. And then inhale, slowly come up. As slow as you can. Either straight spine or rounded spine, whatever works. Step back. Right foot stepping back, feet and heels together. Come to the back of your mat for crescent lunge. Standing in the back of your mat, right leg step forward for crescent lunge. Keep your arms down by your side. Get nice and deep into your lunge. Come up high into your left toes. Squeeze in towards the center line. Breathe in and out of your nose. Inhale, bring your arms up over your head, pull your shoulder blades down your back, get a little bit deeper as you sit down low. Hands to the center of your chest. Stretch up towards the ceiling, take a deep breath. Exhale, start to twist your spine. Middle of your spine twisting, hook your elbow onto your knee. Twist as you push your palms against each other to get resistance to lift your body and torso up. Look up towards the ceiling. Adding a little bit more today if you'd like. Fly your arms, reaching up towards the ceiling, reaching down, using that twist, using the flying arms to get a little bit more twist and pull your chest through. Good, Mark. Breathe. Release. Both hands to the floor. Step back, high plank. Shift and adjust your high plank. You have the option holding your plank. So adjust as you shift the weight forward, squeeze into your thighs, or lower down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up 3, 2, 1. Hold. Step your left leg forward. Plank on the left side, or crescent on the left side. Come up high into your right toes. So on this side, there's that option of being able to drop your knee down if you need to, as your left leg steps forward, still creating the 90-degree angle with your left side. Inhale, bring your arms up. Get a little bit deeper on the exhale as you pull in. Hands to the center of your chest. Breathe. Exhale, twist to the left. Whole torso twisting. Hooking your elbow to the outside of your thigh. Again, finding that resistance as you push your palms against each other, lifting your body up off of your thigh, twist. A little bit extra twist, fly your arms and open up to your chest. Breathe in and out of your nose. As you reach your arm up towards the ceiling, take an inhale and push your chest forward through and open up a little bit more if your arms are flying. Release. Come back through to center. Step your left leg back for high plank. Adjust your high plank. Shift the weight forward. Again, hold or lower. 3, 2, 1. Push up. Take your time. Hold. Land, belly in, drop to your knees. Horse, step your right leg forward. Find the distance that works for you. A little bit further than 90 degrees if you can, so that you can open up the left side hip flexor. You want to step that right leg a little bit forward. Cactus your arms, bring your right arm underneath your left arm, cross your arms and twist them. Again, pulling into the elbows, lifting them up as your shoulders come down, shoulder blades pull down towards the midline. Take a deep breath, inhale as you open up. Exhale, push your hips slightly forward towards the front. Push your left foot into the floor. Squeeze into the center line. Push your hips forward towards the mirror, towards front of you. Creature of habit. Elbows up. Breathe. Release your arms. Switch legs. Left leg step forward, right leg goes back. Again, finding the distance, maybe stepping a little bit further up. Push your foot down, right foot down. Cactus your arms, left under right. Lift your elbows up. Squeeze in, inhale. Exhale, push your hips forward. Open up the front side. Lifting your elbows up and away from your body. Push your hips slightly forward. Breathe. Squeezing in towards the center. Release. Step your left leg back for child's pose. Come to a resting pose with your big toes touching, knees falling open. Body down the middle of your body, forehead on the floor. You can go wider in your knees if you need more distance, more space. Breathe in and out of your nose. Allowing your hips to just completely relax. No tension in your arms, no tension in your shoulders. Take a big breath in through your nose. Exhale it out. One more. And exhale. Next we have strength, starting with forearm plank. Shift the weight forward as you find your plank position. Interlace your hands, push your forearms down, elbows down, step your left leg back, step your right leg back, coming into your forearm plank. Be aware that your shoulders are stacked over your elbows and your elbows are not too far out. They're just right in underneath your shoulders, and you can see that as you put yourself into this position. Extend from the crown of your head. You want to slightly look at the palms of your hands or forward, not down at your toes. Squeeze in towards the center. Squeeze in towards the midline of your body. Pull your belly in. Imagine the block was in between your thighs. Squeeze in. Breathe. Keep your left arm down. Right arm goes up as you're going to side plank. You can stack your feet, stagger your feet, or figure four, however it is comfortable for you. Push down with your forearm, reach up with your right arm. Breathe in. If you want to, you can turn your head. You can even start to lift your top leg for a little bit more balance. Ooh. Good, yeah. Breathe in and out of your nose. Come back to forearm plank. Notice he tried and then he was like, nope, not doing it. Maybe you'll try it on the other side. Shift the weight now into your left arm. Right arm's gonna go up, or right arm down, left arm go up. So opposite side here. Again, stack, stagger, or number four, whichever you want. Pull in towards the midline, stay nice and strong. Here you go, eye gaze up, and then try lifting that top leg up. There you go. Just depends, telling you. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Drop your hips down to the floor as you face the back of your mat. You're going to do a forearm plank. Push your palms into the floor with your fingertips facing forward. They're forward towards your body, so in towards your butt. Toes in towards your face. Take a deep breath. Push the floor away. Hover your hips up off the ground. Doesn't have to be a lot. He's got very long arms, so there's enough span for him to lift his hips up. Maybe you have a little bit of shorter arms like me. You just lift up enough to get your hover. As you pull your toes in, squeeze in towards the center. So that block, imagine it's still there. If you have it, go for it. Place it in between. Good. He's going to make that quick adjustment, so you can do that at home. You place the block in between your thighs. Good. Toes in towards your face. Push the floor away as you hover. Even here, you're squeezing in towards the center. You can still create a little hover with your left heel. Now with your right heel. Left heel. Right heel. Left heel. Right heel. One more round. Left heel. Right heel. Hold and breathe. Drop your butt down. Keep the block for modified fish. And go right into your forearms. Fingertips pointing inwards. Drop your head back, open your chest. So you still have your block, point your toes, stretching the fronts of your ankles, squeeze in towards your block, in towards the center. Pulling inwards, open up your chest, your throat, good, opening up the front side of your body as you hover your heels off the ground. See if you can lift the block up. Maybe, maybe not, that's okay. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Drop your heels first, tuck your chin in, slide your arms down and forward, bend your knees as we get into bridge. You have your block, perfect timing. Push your feet flat into the floor, palms flat into the floor. Your block is at the same distance if you were standing, so your feet are not too far out or not too far in. So make sure everything is lined up as you take a breath. Exhale, squeeze in, lift up. Hips go up towards the ceiling, squeeze in towards the midline. Your block, you're squeezing in towards the center of your body. Push your palms into the floor to give a little bit more lift in the upper part, upper shoulder, upper chest. You're coming up into your shoulders. Second set, we'll go a little bit higher in the shoulders. First one, just still starting to warm up and wake a little bit up. If you still, this posture, slowly lower down. Take a breath, lift up. This one, interlace your 10 fingers underneath you, opening more up through the front side. You can push down, get lift, squeeze in, breathe, always breathing, never stop breathing. Release your hands, lower your hips down. Third one, you choose. Breathe in, breathe out, lift up. Bridge here, interlace your hands if you'd like here. Squeeze in towards the center. You can wheel if you want. Breathe, squeeze, lift your hips. Push down, lift up. Release your hands, your hips. Dead bug. Lift your feet up. Stack knees over hips. Squeeze into your block. Place your hands on your thighs. Head and shoulders come up. Eyes at your thighs or eyes at your block. Squeeze your block in. Push your thighs away. Pull your thighs in. There's resistance between all three. Center line. Hands and thighs. Belly. Head and shoulders stay up. Push and pull, squeeze. Push and pull, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Release your legs down, place your block to the side of you. Hands down, palms facing up. If you happen to be using a book, you will not see the book in the same way. You may even be like, I don't want to read this book anymore. Simply because it brought back that memory of, oh man, I'm working my inner thighs. Do I have to read that book? Relax here. Breathe. Savasana, just a couple of breaths as we transition. Feet and heels together, flex your feet, arms over your head, cross your thumbs. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, sit up, forehead to knees, elbows to the floor. Turn around, lay down on your stomach. Cobra. Feet hip width distance apart. Separate your feet. Push the tops of your feet into the floor. Slide your hands down. Fingertips underneath your shoulders. Push your palms into the floor. Push the tops of your feet down into the floor. Squeeze in toward your thighs. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Lift your chest up. Come on. Halfway, elbows at a 90-degree angle, crown of your head reaching and pulling you up and forward. Push the tops of your feet down to the floor, squeeze to your inner thighs, shoulders away from your ears. Chest up. Slowly lower down, turn your head to the right. Left ear on the towel, palms face up. Breathe in and out of your nose. Locust pose. Flip your arms over. Chin on the towel. Extend your right arm in front of you. Point your left toes behind you. Squeeze your left thigh. Take a deep breath. Lift your left leg up. Use your right hand. Push your palm down. Head might come up a little bit. Maybe even a little bit into the chest. That's okay. Use your hands to push down. Squeeze your left thigh, point your left toes, lift your left leg up. Lower your left leg down, switch your arms. Left arm forward, right arm down. You don't have to bring him underneath your body, you just simply placing his arm right next to you. Palms facing down, extend your right toes, squeeze your right thigh, lift your right leg up. Use your palms to push down into the floor, get lift in your right thigh, right leg lift up. Notice his head came up, that's okay. Push down, lift up. Extend your toes back, squeeze your right thigh, lift your right leg up. Release, lower down. Turn your head and mouth on the towel. Push your palms into the floor. Again, no adjusting your hands, just push your palms and elbows flat into the floor. Squeeze, point your toes towards the back of the wall. Take a deep breath, lift both legs up. Legs are apart, that's okay. If they're together, that's okay. Push down, lift up. You shift the weight forward down into your chest using your hands, your forearms. Push down, lift your legs up. Last couple of seconds here, squeeze your thighs, squeeze your heels together. Get a little bit higher, lift your legs up. Lower your legs down. Bring your arms out to the side. Just flip them over. Turn your head. Breathe in. Breathe out. As long as you're rotating your neck here in these positions, doesn't matter what side you look. Full locust, chin on the towel, arms out to the side like airplane wings, palms facing down. Spread your fingers, spread your arms apart, but squeeze your 5 fingers together. Breathe in and out of your nose. Feet and heels together, one solid leg. Take a deep breath. Lift your whole body up. Arms, head, leg, everything in the air. Hips on the floor, chest up. Chest up, crown of your head, pull it up towards the ceiling. Yes, bring your arms up, bring your arms back, squeeze your thighs, squeeze your heels, lift your legs up. Legs up, body up, go up, take an inhale, lift up, lower down. Arms down by your side, turn whatever side, opposite side. In this case, he's turning to the right with his left ear on the towel. And breathe. Three-part bow, chin on the towel. Bend your left foot, grab it, hold it, extend your right arm in front of you. Palm facing down, take a deep breath, kick into your left hand as you kick your left leg up towards the ceiling. Use your right arm, push down, lift your chest. Yeah, chest comes up just a little bit. You're a little bit tight. You're opening up the front side. Kick into the grip of your left hand. Kick up towards the ceiling as you squeeze in towards your left inner thigh. Release. Switch legs. Grab your right leg. Left arm comes in front of you, palm facing down. Take a deep breath. Kick your right leg up. Kick back. Kick up. Push your left palm into the floor. Squeeze in towards the center. Right inner thigh. Squeezing in. Kick up. Kick up. Release, leg down. Both legs grab. 3 part. Squeeze in towards the center. Point your toes. Take a deep breath. Kick. Kick into your hands, bring the weight forward, kick your legs up towards the ceiling. Look up towards the ceiling. Squeeze in. Kick up. Thighs in. Kick. Kick your legs up towards the ceiling, kick. Lower down. Turn your head to the left. Breathe. Curl your toes, place your hands on the towel, push yourself up. Come up to downward facing dog. Pedal into your knees, right, left, right, left, right, left, if you'd like a couple of times. Drop your knees to the floor, keep your feet turned under. So your toes are turned under, heels are up facing towards the back. Hands on your hips for camel. Take a deep breath. Drop your head back. Go back halfway. Hang out here. Grab your right heel. Grab your left heel. Fingers inside, thumbs outside. Nice grip. Lift through your chest. Push your stomach, legs, hips, everything forward towards the front of the room. Chest up. Look back. Squeeze your thighs in. Push your hips forward. Hands on your hips, push your hips forward, come up with your spine straight. Take a second. Bring your feet and heels together. Drop your hips down to your heels, opening up the fronts of your ankles. Shift the weight forward, separate your feet. First part fixed firm. Hips go down towards your heels. Heels and hips are touching. Your butt is touching the floor. What? And if it's not, you can grab your block, the book, something, sit on it. If it's doable, maybe not put nothing there. Just let the weight, gravity start to work its way through your ankles, your knees, your hips. You might be into your knees right now. It's typically where it's done, where it's felt. Open your knees a little bit wider if you need to get more space. Breathe. Never forget to breathe. Shift the weight slightly forward. Place your hands in front of you. Yeah, bring your feet and heels back together. Sit your hips back onto your heels for rabbit. Grab your towel, place it over your heels with your fingers inside, thumbs outside. Start upright, take a big breath. Open up, inhale. Exhale, round. Tuck your chin to your chest, forehead to your knees, top of your head to the floor. Lift your hips up as high as possible. Walk your knees up one by one. Look up at your belly button. Most important part of this posture is looking up and inwards. Not left or right, not side to side. So if you need to see what's going on, I always strongly recommend you come out of the posture. Push your feet into the floor, squeeze your heels together. Use your elbows, squeeze in towards your inner thighs, everything in towards the center, including your belly button, your chin. Pull in towards the center of your body. Exhale the air out, pull, lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Inhale, slowly come up, unwinding. Release your towel. Place your hands on the floor. In front of you, curl your toes, hips up for downward facing dog. Quick transition. Right leg lift up, swing forward for pigeon on the right side. Extend your left leg back behind you. Good place if you need that prop, block, book, or even a pillow or a towel if you had it. Place it underneath your thigh, underneath the glute area to give you a little bit of a lift. Adjusting front foot as much as you need it. Take a deep breath, inhale. Exhale, start to walk your hands down and forward if you want. Resting, forehead, or just resting on your forearms. I prefer staying up on my forearms and pulling myself slightly forward without letting my body collapse completely down. That's where I get a little bit more stretch. But at home, it is up to you what you decide and how you want to fully get into this posture. More importantly, squeeze through your left thigh, left glute as you pull it down towards the floor. Keeping that stretch into your hip. Breathing in and out of your nose, always a must. Curl your left toes. Place your hands down. Coming up, back into downward facing dog. Extend your right leg up, open up. Drop your leg down. Other side, left leg, swing it up, forward, pigeon on the left side. Instagram, we're gonna be right back, so get into your pigeon. Extend your right leg behind you, squeeze in, good. Place the block if you needed it. Walk your hands down into your forearms.
Oh, wow.
Tighter?
This side, yeah.
Yeah. So he just said this side is much tighter. Very common. It's our body. Sometimes or some days may be tighter on one side than it is the other. I even find that from time of the day, morning versus evening. So that's also something to take in consideration. If you take class later in the day, you might find that you're a little bit more flexible. If you take class early in the morning, you're a little tighter. Just depends. All is good. This is why you're here right now, taking class to help get stronger, a little bit more flexible. Place your hands down on the towel. Curl your left toe, right toes, lift your left leg up as you come up. Then release if you'd like to get that extra little release. Awesome. Drop your left leg. Walk your feet forward. You're just going to make your way to sit down on your butt facing the front for butterfly. Soles of your feet touch, hands underneath, interlace your 10 fingers, release the thumbs, and then pull your thumbs over your toes. So all of the digits, 20 of them, squeezing in. Inhale, extension. Exhale, as you hinge from the waist, you're extending your spine, long into your spine. Use your elbows if you'd like to pull outwards. Breathe in and out of your nose. Belly button pull in. This helps get you out of your lower spine. So as he's doing that, I'm going to face sideways slightly so you can see the extension of your spine. This is rounding. This is extending. Long spine, belly button pull in, just a little hinge at the waist. Release, inhale. Exhale, round. Belly button pulling in, chin into your chest. Really completely get your body to round so much you can get your forehead to your toes. Maybe. You can still use your elbows to pull out if you'd like. Continuing the breath, always. Release. Cow face. You're gonna walk us through it. Awesome. He's gonna get right into tabletop position. Right leg is gonna come up and over the left leg. Hips sit down in the middle of your heels. So your heels are gonna be on each side of your hips. Grab your strap, place it into your right hand. Bring your right arm up and over with your left hand, reach for your elbow. Just getting a little bit of opening on the side of your body if you want to get a little bit of a twist here. Release your left hand, push your palm towards the back and reach your strap behind you. So the strap is there if you can't reach your fingertips. If you can reach your fingertips, of course, you don't need your strap. If you don't have a strap, you don't need anything. I am still getting the exact same stretch as if I was just holding here, opening up side of my body. It's fun to have these props though, but if you don't have them, it's okay. Lift through your chest. Squeezing in. Release your arms, release your legs. Let's get back into that tabletop position, yep, so that we can show them again how it looks. Now with the left leg, cross over through the knees, sit your hips down in between your heels. You're stacking knee over knee. Ankles are actually even stretching, they're flat pointing, toes are pointing back. Strapping your left hand up and over behind you, right arm reaching for your left elbow. Start off with that good stretch, maybe a slight bend. Release your right arm, turn your palm, reach behind you for your strap. Same thing on this side. You didn't see his body, but his right side, he could reach his fingertips. On his left side, he cannot reach his fingertips. So equally the same from your lower half to your upper half. Hips and shoulders, flexible, not flexible. More open, not open. Elbows pointing up and down, stretching the side of your body, squeezing in towards the center, even down at the bottom. Release the strap, release your legs out in front of you. Lie down on your back, 4-part hamstring stretch. You want to keep that strap available. Extend your left leg up towards the ceiling. Hook the ball of your left foot to the strap. Elbows bent 90-degree angle with the strap in your hands. Right foot, toes pull in. Stretch the back of your left leg. Squeeze your thigh. Breathe. Grab the strap with your left hand. Place your right hand on your hip. Open up towards the left. Making sure your right hip stays down and stable. Few things. Either don't open up your left leg as wide. Squeeze your right thigh, your right heel down. That can also create stability on the right side. And then of course, if it's still hiking up your right hip, pull a little bit further in with your left leg and not let it go out so far. You're still getting the stretch you need. Breathe. Come back through to center, grab the strap with your right hand, cross it over toward your body, right side, just 2 inches. Kick your heel up, squeeze your thigh, Come down 2 more inches. Feel the stretch on the outer part of your leg, outer part of your thigh. If your left hip has come up off the floor, see if you can bring your left hip down while still keeping the stretch by actively kicking your heel out and pulling your thigh down and open. That's the stretch right there we're looking for. Come back through to center. Grab the strap with each one of your hands. Pull your belly button in. It's a nice little crunch as you lift your head and shoulders up. Try to get your forehead to touch your knee. Stabilize. Let your heel go up, straight up towards the ceiling, not bringing it in towards your face. Good. Now let your body up, your torso coming up, crunching in towards the center of your body. Forehead to touch your knee. Release. Switch legs. Left leg down, right leg goes up. Release the strap slightly so your elbows bent at a 90-degree angle by your body. Activate through your right heel, squeeze your thigh. Left leg is stable down into the floor, already starting to feel that stretch on the right side. Squeeze in through your thigh. Pull into the thigh. Breathe. Start to stabilize with your left heel, your left thigh as you grab the strap with your right hand. A little higher if you need to. Open up towards the right side. Again, placing your left hand on your hip, finding that stability. The 2 ways that you do that is making sure that your left hip stays on the floor, is not letting your right leg go so far out and open. Pushing in through your left thigh and left heel will also help ground down through the left side, so you're not hiking your left hip up. Squeeze thighs up your body. Breathe. Come back up and through to center. Grab the strap with your left hand. Cross it over your body 2 or 3 inches. Right hip, push it back down into the floor. Heel out, thigh is pulling up your body, contracted, getting the stretch of your thigh as you're stretching it towards the side of your body, towards the left side of your body, keeping your hips stable on the floor. Come back up and through to center. Grab the strap with each one of your hands, 4th part. Stacking ankle, knee, and hip. Again, stabilizing through your hips. Crunch up, head and shoulders lift up. Forehead to your knee. A little more core here as you pull up. Good. Heels active, thighs tight, contracted. Belly in, forehead to your knee. Hold. Breathe. Release. Drop your leg down. You can now release the strap or whatever you were using. We're going to do a little final twist as you bring your knees up and into your chest. Release a little bit if you need to. Cactus, straight arms. Drop your knees to the right, eye gaze to the left. Here for this twist is where you can completely allow your whole body to get the twist into the lower spine, even working its way slightly up towards the spine. Knees stay stacked on top of each other, and if you feel you need a little bit more, your bottom leg can cross over your top leg to give a little bit of a pull as you're twisting. Eye gaze in the opposite directions, pull the left shoulder down, feeling that twist right into the middle of your spine. Come back through to center, using your core to pull you up and lift. Adjust your hips if you need to, then drop down opposite direction. Eye gaze to your right. And again, stack your knees. This may be just enough, or the bottom leg is going to go up and over and pull down. Now the left shoulder is trying to pull itself down. It's actually trying to pull up because you're twisting. You want to really push into the left shoulder, eye gaze that way, so you can get that wringing and twisting into the middle of your spine. Release, come back through to center. Reach for your elbows, tuck your head in, crunch everything in towards the center. Take a deep breath, inhale. Squeeze in, exhale. One more just like that, inhale. Squeeze in. Inhale. Release. Release your whole body to the floor. You can open up your legs wider if you'd like. You can bring your arms slightly away from your body. Take 2 or 3 breaths here. Don't be so quick to want to leave. Just hang out for a couple of breaths. As you completely allow your body to relax into the floor, taking big breaths in and out. Sending that breath, that flow into your body. Releasing into the floor. Stay here as long as you like. Thank you for joining us. Have an awesome day. Namaste.
Namaste.